and welcome back to my channel, Night Owl Collage. I'm Amber, and today we are making the cover for the Western Gold Journal. I'm going to do a soft cover journal, and I'm using a material called Craftex. If you haven't heard of Craftex, it comes like in a roll like this, or you can get smaller sheets of it. But it's like a stiff fabric that doesn't have any grain. It's really sturdy, and I just love the feel of it. I love the texture. Let's see if you can kind of see the texture. There's no wrong side to it. It's just great for soft cover journals. So I cut a piece that is like 8 3/4 by about, I think was about 19 inches or so, or almost 19 inches. And then I know my front piece I want to be about 6 inches. So then at 6 inches, I went ahead, placed my quilting ruler and ran my bone folder along that line. And then I have 3 signatures, so 3 signature journals are typically about 2 inches the spine for mine. So because I haven't finished embellishing it yet, so it's still pretty thin, but I know it's going to end up being about a 2-inch spine. So I measured over 2 more inches and then scored right there. And what I'm going to do, and then I folded those along the score lines, burnished those. Okay, so now I have that spine, that kind of soft spine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around. So if I decided I wanted to cut that part off, I could, but I like this wrap around, and my husband likes it, so I'm going to keep that. And this was the last piece from the scavenger hunt. It was a belt that I got at a thrift store. So what I did, I think where was it? Okay, the eyelets in the original belt went to here, and this was just plain. So I punched holes with my crocodile, and I added more eyelets down to the end. Okay, so you can see how it looks different on the inside where I've added eyelets. And then I cut it off to the size that I wanted, and I replaced the D-ring here, so you can see where I messily sewed that there. But now the belt is only this long, and so I'm going to put this in here. I want this to be, it's going to close like this. I want the buckle to come about here, I think. And so I'm going to sew this part of the buckle to the spine. I'm going to leave everything else loose so that it can buckle, like if it gets thicker, or if it stays about the same size, it'll be right where I need it to be. So I'm gonna sew that right there. So I'm gonna do that. Do I want this? Let's see. Might cut. See how this is curving a little bit. I might cut that down. I'm not sure yet. That'll be after I get everything sewn and see how it looks. So I'm going to sew. Where's my pencil? This is most likely going to come up about here. Okay, so I want to sew this right there. So I'm going to undo the belt. I'm going to hold this here. Let's make sure that it is centered over the spine. This is where I need my belt to be sewn on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, now I've got this sewn on, just on the spine there. And now we have to, I thought I saw a string on here. We're okay. Okay, now we have to do the binding. So I have taken a 2-inch piece of cardstock. I've measured out the 3 spaces that I want to bind my signatures. They are, let's see, let me do this way. The middle one is right in the middle at 1 inch, and then these two are 7/16 from the edge. I mean, you could just make them 1/2 inch, but I just thought it looked better at 7/16. So this is at 7/16. This is at 1 inch, and this is at 1 9/16. Okay. And then this way, or this way, I mean, because this is the top, I did a dot at 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom, 1 in the center, and then 1 between each of those dots. So technically it's at 1/2 inch, 2 3/8, 4 1/4, 6 1/8, and then 8 inches. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and clip this on, and then put our punch our holes. If I can find my husband was nice enough to clean my desk, and then this is moved. Okay, found it. Okay, so I'm going to center this. Make sure this is clipped properly. Make sure it stays in place. I don't want this shifting. Oh, my hole's messed up. I've got my awl. Just gonna go ahead and poke those holes through. Make them nice and big, so our needle and thread will go through all those layers. Okay, got our holes. Okay, we're gonna put that to the side, and then I'm going to make sure this is all, oh, I was gonna sew that on there, but I'm gonna make sure this is aligned the way I want it for each piece. Okay, clip this. And I'm going to fold this in half on the center line. And we're going to punch those holes in our 3 signatures. Make sure you align at the top with the top of your signature. Okay. I'm gonna grab a piece of foam. We're gonna punch our holes. Okay, I'm gonna set that to the side and we'll do the other two signatures and then we'll get to our binding. Okay, our holes are punched in our signatures. I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to use to bind it. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I think I want to use this waxed cotton cord that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna use this color. I think that will be the best color for this. Let me just check. Yeah, I think that goes with that, the belt more closely. So I'm gonna do 2.5 times, I'm gonna do 3 times the length of this just to be on the safe side. 1, 2, let me get 3 of these cut, and while I'm cutting, I will tell you about what I'm doing in July. So July, I hope to be able to do another Junk Journal Madness journal. I won't be hosting. I won't be a collaborator for it. Someone else is doing the collaboration for Junk Journal Madness. But I do want to follow along because I had so much fun with the black and white journal. So I hopefully have time to do that. But I'm going to be doing a collaboration called Crafty Christmas in July, hosted by Sweet Pea Papers, Terry at Sweet Pea Papers. And I'll be posting I probably won't be doing a big journal. I'll probably be doing 4 smaller little projects for each week in July. So that'll probably be 2 of my days of the week. So probably Crafty Christmas in July that'll probably take place on Fridays, and then the Junk Journal Madness I'll probably do on Mondays, and we'll see what we'll do on Wednesdays. Don't know yet, but gonna be fun to pull out my Christmas stuff in July and see what we can come up with. I'm starting to think of a couple ideas, which I got to get on the ball here, but I think that will be fun. All right, we're gonna start with the last signature. Okay, we're just gonna do 5 whole pamphlet stitches. To bind it, I need this cord is pretty thick, so I'm gonna need a needle with a pretty large eye here. So I'm using that one. Hopefully I can fit it through here. All right. So we are going to start from the inside, the center hole. And we're going to go on our last row of punched holes. I kind of go out to the outside of the journal. This is going to get be where it gets tough because this cord is pretty thick. I don't know if I made the holes big enough, but we'll see. Okay, we got it through. Hooray. All right. Got that through. Let's see. I'm gonna make this hole as big as I can. These next two here. I'm gonna go up through the second hole into the second hole in the signature. Oh, there we go. And then out through the first hole in the signature and in the cover. Okay, now we're going to go back down to the second hole to the inside of the journal. I'm going to see how this goes. Hopefully this won't end up being too thick and I'll have to change it out. Nope, we're doing good. We're doing okay. And then we're going to go all the way down to the fourth hole and make these bigger. Down to the fourth hole. Back in through the fifth hole. Back out through the fourth hole. Make sure you don't split your thread. Just want to make sure there. And then back in through the center hole. This one's difficult because of that belt in there. I'm going to come on the opposite side of that center thread. All right, let's tighten this up. Okay, we're going to tie this off with a square knot, right over left, and left over right. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now, because I'm not sure how I want to use that yet. I don't know if I'm going to tie a bow, or let it hang, or cut it short. I just don't know yet. I'm just tucking in this paper that has puckered on the sides. Okay, I'm going to take our second signature. I'm going to make these holes pretty big again. All right. take these off for now. So I'll probably just glue that on. And I forget where this, I'll stick it in there. Okay, so now we have our cover like so. So I think he just wanted a simple cover like this. So I'm gonna leave this for now. I may find something I want to add to it, like maybe something. Let me see how this looks. I might add something like that. I kind of like that, but I'm not positive that's what I want yet. So we will see, but that is our basic cover using a belt from a thrift store and some graph text. So I've got to do a bunch more embellishing in here, and I will probably add maybe something like, I don't know, maybe I want to put like a loop here so to hold this down. So that might be a good thing to do as well. That's all we're doing for today. We've got our cover pretty much done. Let me see if I can do this one more. There. Because it's just not, you know, it's not full yet. Once it's full, it's gonna be chunky. But I think I'm gonna add a tassel to this up here, and yeah, that's about it. I know I want to do something. I can't leave it plain like that. I'm gonna do something, but we'll see. We'll see. But I will be back again with Crafty Christmas in July. I'll have all the information about that soon, and more Junk Journal Madness, and we'll do some things with the new kit that's coming out. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.